Buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Fez Watley.
Hiya, buddies. Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah, there you have it, Fez. I believe the only live show in New York right now. Still going at it.
I believe the only live people. I think everyone else has gotten like the past week off from their job, and we're the only ones left in the ghost town that is New York City.
I like it this way. I like the fact that we're in this gigantic building and no one is here but us.
That is it. We're just roaming the halls like some Christmas ghosts.
All right, 866-313-FREE, 866-313-FREE. It is the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron and Bennington. There's Fez Watley.
Hiya, buddies. Thanks for being with us tonight.
You're kind of a Christmas guy all around. I really don't like to make a big deal about Christmas, Fez, but you go in full boat for it.
I go all out. I start my Christmas preparations probably around Labor Day. Is where I start actually keeping my eye open, picking up a gift here and there, keep an eye, and making sure that I'm getting what's just right for that person.
I normally give out money, and I just check to see how much I have that day.
Yeah, you don't do a lot of the prep work that some of the rest of us do.
Last year, I got my chick $1,600. She was unbelievably happy with it.
She liked it?
Well, it's what I had at the time. If I had more, I would have gave it to her. Look, I don't know. I know you know how to get stuff. Here's $1,600. Because I got to tell you the truth, most of the time, Christmas, you're not overly happy with the presents that you get. I had one guy, the stupid mutt. Every year he would get me Broadway tickets. So I'm taking and he gives it to me and my chick. So here we are out at a Broadway show where I would never be in my life. I'm suffering through some kind of singing, and I'm like hating on him.
That was me that gave you the Broadway tickets every year. I'm the mutt.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it was a very thoughtful, very nice gift.
You're only lucky you didn't come with us, because I might have murdered you at one point in Rent.
Murder on Broadway.
And then finally, when you did opera, I had to just pull you aside and I go, I can't put up with this anymore.
I thought I was being very thoughtful. See, here's where I start to panic. We're at, December 22nd now? And I start to wonder, now it's too late to go back on any Christmas gifts. It's too late to change anything up. What I've bought is what I'm giving out.
Here is, let me head over here to John. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, buddy?
Buddies.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry
Ronnie,
Christmas.
I want to get your opinion, Ron.
Yeah.
Santa Claus, Rube or Carney?
We're the rubes that fall for the whole thing. Santa Claus is a definite carny. What he does, Santa Claus is working for every major corporation in the world, every shopping center, any kind of retail stuff Santa's involved with. He's got his fingers in the end of everything. He's wetting his beak everywhere. And if you ever even speak out against Christmas, I believe Santa could have you killed.
Well, I'm sure there should be some elves to come and knock you off. I mean, when they say break your kneecaps, they would have to reach up to do it.
Richie, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, Richie?
Hey, how's it going, Ronnie? How's it going?
Don't worry about us, Richie. How you doing?
Oh, I'd have a lot of nerve complaining.
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, I mean, you could make me a sandwich, but besides that,
Hold on. Get me some lunch meat and some rye. I'm going to take care of Richie here. While you're talking, Richie, I'm going to put the sandwich together for you.
Oh, thanks very much.
Sure.
I appreciate it.
How you going to spend your Christmas this year?
To tell you the God's honest truth, my beautiful wife and I are going to be screwing every hot couple that we see.
Oh, you're kind of a swinger thing.
Yeah, to tell you the God's honest truth, I'm going to try and keep this FCC compliant for you.
Thank you.
But it's the kind of thing I do because I love you like a brother. But Freddie had, this has been a great December for us.
But it's always got to be other couples. You're not allowed to go out with a girl, and she's not allowed to go out with a single guy?
To tell you the God's honest truth, I don't care what she does. I mean, she's my wife. I love her. I don't own her.
Mm-hmm.
But
how long have you been married?
We've been married 10 years, dude.
10 years, and how many times have you swapped couples like this?
Just about the whole time. But we've, we're having a grand time. I mean, last Saturday was just a great freaking party. And, she actually was having a ball with some guy, and then the rest of the night I had, I would be lying to you if I did like 2 centerfold quality women on Saturday. My life's just freaking great. And
yeah, but what magazine were you talking about? I mean, is it
National Geographic.
See, that's my problem. I can't be with a woman with a plate in her lip and act like it's exciting. I would want to know with sometimes, like with this wife swapping, is it a fair swap? Am I going to look over and go, okay, but if I take her, I'd also like some golf clubs. This is not a one-on-one swap. And let's say, in most things, it's not. Let's say if you even went out, I want to let somebody else drive my car. I'm going to let them take off with my chick?
We never take one to the team, bud. It is always...
Take one from the team. Honey, do me a favor. Sleep with this pig because this guy's unbelievable.
We do this all the time. I mean, there's this one couple, believe me when I tell you, I would deep fry and eat my own liver to be with this woman. And I just know that my wife's just not into this guy, so I would never dream of asking her to take this guy. It's just not happening.
All right, I know. I already know what I'm getting you guys this year, too. I'm getting you a blood test. I thank you very much for being on. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Almost went for the old number there. I got to be very, very careful with it. It is the Ron and Fez Show. We are live back in New York and having a ball. Let me go to Danielle. Danielle, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hi, buddies.
How are you?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, darling.
I got a question. I want your opinion.
Sure.
I had foot surgery about a month ago.
Right.
I'm still not driving because this is my right foot. And I can't get to any stores, and I can't buy anyone any presents. Is that a good excuse?
I don't think so, honey, because internet. Everybody realizes now with the internet you can get whatever you want.
I thought I would be driving by the time Christmas came around. Unfortunately, I'm not.
Are you still in pain?
I drank 2 mass kits.
Yeah. Because if you're getting painkillers, I think that could be a nice little gift for some of the friends.
If you're willing to share.
Yeah.
See, I think with the foot surgery, not a good enough excuse. If you want a surgery excuse to get out of giving gifts, it's got to be an internal organ. I think you got to have a gallbladder surgery or something.
I'll just share with everyone.
Yeah, foot, Fezzy. She can't walk. Are you wearing a boot?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, ugly boot always grosses me out in a woman. I don't know what it is.
It's very sexy, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't go for it. Maybe I got some life.
You guys back.
All right, thank you very much. There's a couple of wife swappers you might want to hook up with. It is the Ron and Fez Show. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Here's George. George, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Hey, buddy, what can we do for you?
Buddies, it's great to have you back, guys. Love you guys.
Thank you, my man.
Listen, I had a question for Fezzy. Let me get this straight. People who worship Lex Luthor still believe in Christmas?
All right, I am a Lutheran. That doesn't mean that I worship Lex Luthor.
Is it Luther Vandross?
No, it's not Luther Vandross. It's Jesus. We worship Jesus and God and the Holy Spirit.
So you think that Luther Vandross was born of a virgin birth?
No, although I've seen his mother, and I wouldn't doubt it, but no, we don't worship Luther Vandross.
I know you haven't seen Luther Vandross' mother.
When
You're making that up.
When he had the stroke, she was everywhere.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah, she was constantly making statements.
Oh, my apologies.
She looked like the chunky soup mom on TV.
Frank, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
How you doing, guys?
Yeah.
The comment about before about getting Broadway tickets, I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
You know, I got a friend that gives me tickets to, like some show. I don't even know who they are. Never would in a million years would ever go to these shows. I got to drive into Manhattan, get dinner. It cost me $300 just to go see this stupid show. Should I bill the guy after the show? You know what I mean? Like, because of the gift, I got to go and spend extra money on top of it just to appease him because he got me the tickets.
Now, Fez and I have had that argument before. Not only once did he, do I always get stuck with the dinner that I'm going out with, but one time he got me tickets when I wasn't even living in town anymore. Expected me to jump on a plane, get a hotel room. And I'm like, What is wrong with you?
I thought it would still be a really nice gesture. A nice show to go see. It's always entertaining.
What did you get me this year?
I am not telling you what I got you this year.
Just say what it is. Is it tickets?
No, I'm not telling you.
This year I was looking forward to it. And I feel like it's a tradition. If I don't get it, my heart's going to be broke.
What, now you want tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, man, we are in the 11th hour here.
I believe this. Bitching about your present is all part of the fun for me. Just looking at it and going, what am I supposed to do with this? That's part of my Christmas fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I worry just as much as giving out crap, something that someone doesn't want, as I do about receiving crap. I remember one time when I was a kid, worst Christmas present I ever got. Ronnie, I got the family gift. I got a ping pong table.
Who wouldn't want a ping pong table?
I never played ping pong. Look at me. How many years have you known me? Have you ever seen any sort of hand-eye coordination with me that would make you think I would excel at ping pong?
You don't have to be an athlete to play ping pong. Chinese people do it. What could be easier?
So they walked me out on the patio to show me this wonderful gift. I think I was probably 11, 12 years old at the time. And they showed me this ping pong table. It was still folded up. I had no idea what the thing was. They had to explain to me and unfold it that it was a ping pong table.
How old were you?
I think I was probably about 11 or 12 years old.
What 12-year-old boy has never saw a ping pong table in his life?
I've seen them laid out. This thing was still all folded up, and it was on wheels so we could move it. And they were acting like I should just be doing backflips over this ping pong table.
What were you looking for, some Barbies in a party dress?
I don't know what I wanted. All I know is I didn't want a ping pong table that I never really even got to play with. My dad and my brother dominated the thing.
Well, it was yours. You should have said, get off my ping pong table. This is mine. Get out of here.
Oh, yeah. One time I told my little brother that he wasn't allowed to play. I was banned from the ping pong table for having a bad ping pong attitude.
Well, maybe it wasn't your gift. Maybe the folks weren't doing that well. I remember one time, because in our family you weren't allowed to open up any presents till Christmas Day. But, like, if you got something from your grandmother, it would be sitting out. And, like, sometimes you could get my folks to get off of it. So I got this present from my grandmother down south. And they were going, okay, you can, open this the night before. So I'm shaking it for a week. Like, what could it be? I was always excited. I finally opened this thing up. It's a penknife, but it's like a bowling pin with attached by a chain to a little bowling ball that turned into the tiniest penknife. I'm looking at it. I look up at my folks and see that they feel bad. And that's when I know I'm like, okay, this just isn't me. It's not like, okay, Ron won't appreciate this. No human would want to get this stupid. What do I bowl? There's no reason to give this to me.
Can't even show it to the kids at school.
You got to point it out to these people. This thing isn't for me. I do not like what you've done for me. You've ruined my life. That's my joy of Christmas. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, I feel exactly the same way as you do, Ronnie.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I get a bad gift, that person finds out then and there what I think about it.
It's the only way. I do that with Fez constantly.
Yeah, the girlfriend got me clothes last Christmas, and I told her straight up, clothes is an errand. That's not something fun. I'd rather get a toy from Toys R Us.
No one really knows the clothes that you like or if they're going to fit you. And then they're going to say this, now, if you don't like it, take it back. Take it back is something women do. A guy is not going to go back to a store with a sweater, wait in line to get some kind of a gift card. It's better off in the trash for him.
That happened to me about 10 years ago where I just started wearing the all-black clothes, and I told my family straight out, do not buy me anything outside of black. So, of course, I get, like, this white poop. Remember the Poofy shirt episode?
Sure.
From Seinfeld?
Like the pirate shirt?
Yeah, it was like a variation of that pirate shirt. It was just the most hideous thing I've ever seen in my life.
You have the nickname Black Girl. Your family doesn't pick up on the fact that you don't wear any color but black?
But you get this will look nice, and you're like, I'm never going to wear this. Why? I was like, how simple. I was like, look at my closet. It looks like a 9.5 weeks closet. Like, how more simple can I make this? And that they keep trying to change me, and like, this will look. I saw this in the store, and this looks nice.
Did you even bother taking it back?
No, not at all. I mean,
men don't take things back. It just doesn't happen for us.
It'll just sit in the closet with a tag on it. You get a bad Christmas sweater.
Hey, James, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, I got, when I was 6, I got Old Spice as a gift from my grandmother.
The Old Spice thing, I think Old Spice is probably the fruitcake of the aftershave world. Because I don't know if anyone's ever gotten themselves Old Spice. And yet you're like, my uncle would love this Old Spice.
My niece gave that to me last year. I got, like, the Old Spice gift pack. It's still sitting in the closet.
You should have said, have you ever smelled a black person smelling like Old Spice? What are we, old sailors in New England? It doesn't happen for us.
Yeah, here's a bad gift that'll come in that cologne department there. Someone will go and buy something in a department store for whatever purchase, they'll get a free cologne set of a cologne or a perfume that nobody wears, nobody buys, and that thing ends up under someone's tree.
Maybe we ought to call it Christmas cologne, and we'll try to put it out next year. Only available at Christmas. Here's our buddy Matty Fridays. How you doing, Matty?
Gentlemen, how's it going?
We're good.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
When I first got my driver's license, my aunt, my mother's sister, thought it was so great that I got NASCAR-branded jumper cables for Christmas. That was it.
NASCAR-branded jumper cables. So you can jump a car like a race driver.
Exactly. And not only that, when I went to use them, the only time I had to use them, the insulation caught fire, and we nearly burned both cars to the ground.
Thank you very much, Matty. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE.
'Tis the season for really bad gifts. How about anyone who will hand out one of those hand massagers? Those electric hand massagers,
Yeah.
Those things never, ever work. There's not one you can get that's going to make you feel good on your back or your neck.
Oh, I didn't know what you meant by you say hand massagers. I thought you were massaging your hand. So anything for those back things, first of all, they all look like marital aids. It looks like, what am I going to use this for? The swapping party with the caller a few lines ago? Who's going to use that?
My mother got one year from my older brother. The thing was so damn heavy that she couldn't lift it to actually put it on her back.
That was a marital aid he gave her. I know that for a fact.
Mama.
Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hello.
Hey, Mike, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good, guys. Just wanted to know how you guys liking the terrestrial radio reunion.
It is a lot of fun. A matter of fact, at Hooters right now, Fezzy, a bunch of people are hanging out there having a Ron and Fez party.
Yeah, ronfez.net, the website. They're all meeting at Hooters, 56th Street and Broadway in Manhattan, hanging out, having a nice listener party there.
I'll head on over there, and I'm sure Mikey Boy will want to buy you a beer. I know how he is. He's Mr. Friendly.
Just go up, tell Mikey Boy that Ron and Fez sent you.
Yeah, it is fantastic being back, and we're just having a terrific time with it. Here's Evan. Evan, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah.
I was what you were saying before about the clothes. I love getting clothes because that means I don't have to go to the store. I always trust my girlfriend or my sister to get me whatever's going to look good.
Yeah, I agree with you that normally most men have somebody who buys things for them, but there's nothing your grandmother's going to buy you that's not going to be anything but crap. What is she going to get you?
Yeah, and, you'll get an aunt that gives you some big Brait's flannel shirt or something that you're never going to wear.
Dave, you're on Ron and Fez.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy boy.
22192.
What do you say, Holmes?
I have a question for you. Great to hear from you. I'm driving through New York and from D.C. But, hey, two questions for you. One question and actually a little short story. My grandmother, 10 years old, saw me playing the air guitar, as all 10 years old do to rock and roll.
Yeah.
She goes and gets me a guitar for Christmas. I had to live with her guilt till she died when I was 25 that I never learned to play the damn guitar. Now, my question is, why is it okay to give gift certificates, but you can't just put cash in somebody's hand?
That's a very good question. And Fez, I know that you're into this. Cash is considered a tacky gift, right?
Totally.
But how is that different from a gift certificate? Now, Earl, you're disagreeing right away. You like cash.
I love getting it, and I'm the most popular guy at Christmas because that's what I give. I give everybody cash.
When I started hitting around 15, 16, my uncles, my aunts, my grandmother would all go, "We don't know what you want anymore. You're out all hours of the night and day. You look like hell. Here's money for your bad habits." And I got to tell you the truth. That made me start liking Christmas. I felt most of the time I'd spent that money before Christmas even come around. That was money I owed on the streets. Why is that a tacky present, and yet a gift card is fine?
The gift card shows that there was some thought put into it. You went to a store that you know that person likes, and you got them something that they can use at that store. Cash just kind of goes by. There's not really any thought into it. This person doesn't know me, doesn't realize things that I like, so they threw cash in an envelope.
But a gift card is just cash that you can only use at some spots. That's what's annoying about it. It's not like you know me so well, you went out and got the CD or the DVD I love, but you're saying, well, here's a place that they sell CDs and DVDs. Go there and pick it out yourself. It's really Cash but limited.
It's cash and it's limited, but there was some effort put into it. That's why I think a gift card is a better gift than cash.
Earl, where are you on this?
I don't know too many people that would turn down free money. I mean, that's just like, I give my parents money, to my father and my mother. They'll both go, wow. He's like, this is great. I could have used a few bucks to buy whatever I need, like if I need a new shirt.
All right, so you plan on giving your folks money this year?
I've done that the last 5 years, and I'm always the most popular guy.
All right, 5 years ago, how much did you give your folks? Now, you give it to them together or separately?
Together.
Okay.
I think I started like at 50,
and
now I think I'm up to about 100 or so.
All right, I got to tell you the truth, Earl and Fez, I'll say this for you. That's the tackiest thing I ever heard in my life. Mom and Dad, here's 25 each. Go out and have the greatest Christmas of your life. Unless your parents live in the Philippines, why even bother with this?
No, they love it. They love getting money for Christmas because they know that
it's like you're tipping them.
You should be able to find $50 in your couch, Earl. I know you. You're doing well for yourself. You're working 2 gigs. Don't be throwing around that 50.
No, but I wasn't making that much money back then. But again, they love any cash. They love the idea of getting a nice.
Hey, Mom, Dad, go out and split a nickel bag between the two of you. You got nothing here.
And they probably did.
I go up every year.
Yeah, now you're going to go 110 this year. Enjoy yourself. Things are happening. John, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Happy holidays, man.
Thanks.
Hey, yeah, I was like 16, and then Christmas comes around, and my mother buys me a keychain that says Skyhawk. Meanwhile, I'm driving like a 62 Gremlin.
Yeah, that always cracks you up when people go with that gimmick.
Any keychain and anything else like this along the lines of a keychain that's been personalized, where it's got your name on it.
Oh, God.
That's just really, really bad, where all of a sudden you've got a giant James keychain that you're waving around.
I wouldn't let people know that my name is Ron.
Or one of those personalized license plates for the front of the car.
That ain't ever going to happen. I'd have the keychain first. But it's like they think that you're going to be like, yeah, they know me. It's Ron, and these are Ron's keys. You have to be 3 if you enjoy your name that much. John, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, boys, big ass card holder. I can't read it anymore. It's so old.
How are you, pal?
All right. Homo say what?
What?
Don't listen to him. Go ahead.
What?
Listen.
Don't listen to him, Fez. He's making a fool out of you.
Listen, I got to disagree on the Old Spice.
Yeah.
I love getting it. I ask for it. It reminds me of my grandfather, who I love dearly, who's been dead for 25, 30 years now.
All right, you don't need to...
And he didn't wear. The grandfather didn't wear Old Spice.
No, I
This
wore
is
it.
just what he smells like after 25 years. John, you're a guy, you're a man now, you love the smell of Old Spice, right? Did I lose you?
Oh, he hung up.
Oh.
He didn't like the crack about his grandfather
I don't blame
smelling.
him. That actually crossed the line there.
But he doesn't need the Old Spice so that he's smelling like he smells it on his shirt and pretends his grandfather was in Brokeback Mountain with him.
I'm sure we got enough left over here. We could probably fill up a swimming pool with it. You could swim a lap there every morning. Help yourself.
Most people that wear the Old Spice smell like they swam a lap in it.
Here's Vinny. Vinny, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome to Free FM.
Thank you, my friend.
My way to go is my family. I know what they like. I go to the supermarket a couple days before. They got the rack of about 50, 60 different kind of cards. I pick them out. I put them in. They love it. If I ever gave cash, it always labeled us as the lazy guy. They didn't feel like going out and getting anything, but they love the gift cards.
I'm sure they would love cash, too. Most people act like they love whatever you give them.
Yeah, they do, but they seem like they like the gift cards more because it was always, hey, you went out, you get this for me, and they like that. But, you know, my grandmother was the type of person to say, well, you didn't feel like getting me anything, so you just threw money in the envelope.
Vinny, look what you did here. Gift card. I love it.
Yeah,
Vinny, you're thinking.
All right, thanks, guys.
See you later, my friend.
So bad gifts, it's inevitable. Everyone is getting a bad gift this year. Someone's going to get something awful.
Well, you always get one. There's no way around it. There's no way around it at all.
How about someone who gives a pet as a gift? There's a puppy or a cat that is now a 20-year gift in the making.
At least now, because these animals are living longer. I don't understand it. You know, Easter, they throw out baby chicks that eventually they have to come by and kill after a couple of months. But a puppy you can't drive over one. You're forced to keep it. And you are stuck with a puppy because somebody thinks it's cute that night.
Yeah, it will look adorable in a bow, but give it 6 months, that damn thing is a dog now that you have to walk and pick up after and feed constantly.
Exactly. If you give somebody a dog, you should also give them 22 years worth of food. Here is a giant garage full of food for this animal I've burdened you with.
And offer to pick up after it.
Let's take a break here. We'll be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.
Ron and Fez, weeknight 6 to 9 on Free FM. Free FM.
Yeah. This is the Ron and Fez Show. Sorry, on 92.3 Free FM.
It's the Ron and Fez Show, 92.3 Free FM. If you ever need to email us, it's ronandfez@AOL.com, ronandfez@AOL.com.
Ron, did you see this? The TV specials that are doing huge in the ratings, they're all the classic Christmas cartoons and specials, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, Charlie Brown Christmas.
Now, do they still make new specials for the kids, or the kids just kind of forced to watch the stuff that their parents grew up with?
What they'll do now is they'll put something like straight to DVD, and some of those will make like ABC Family or something like that.
Well, you're talking about the real specials that all the kids can get. You're going back to the old Frosty the Snowman, the Grinch. What else is out there?
There's Santa Claus is Coming to Town, the one that was narrated by Fred Astaire and had Mickey Rooney in it.
Is that the Heat Miser?
No, that was the one before where it was the Winter Warlock.
See, I get confused with those two.
It was like the secret origin of Santa Claus.
What was the name of that one?
That one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, where he's got the red hair and he's got to get to the Meisterburger's town.
But there's two that look the exact same?
Yeah, and then the next one was Year Without a Santa Claus.
Okay.
That's the one with Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Which one does bigger?
I think it's the original. Yeah. Santa Claus is Coming to Town with the Winter Warlock. And this is my favorite line. Winter, please. When he decides he's going to be nice and wants to be called by his first name. Winter, please.
Yeah, I don't keep up with all of them, but I'm glad they're still out there. And I know that you're probably the reason why they do such big ratings is like if your kid is watching a stupid cartoon, you're not going to watch with him. But if he's watching a cartoon that you watched like when you were a kid, oh, then you got him up on your lap like you own this. Like, you see, son, isn't this wonderful? Charlie Brown is trying to make things happen.
And for some reason, these things still doing gigantic in the ratings.
No, they should. Earl, what do black kids watch growing up? What do they have?
I was really more of a Charlie Brown guy. I love the Charlie Brown Christmas.
Oh, there was a black kid in that. You used to identify with him?
Was that the one with all the... which one was the dirt kid? Like Pigpen?
Yeah.
Pigpen wasn't black. He was just dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Earl.
They always had
Here's Earl, wasn't a kid. I love that dirt kid. He's the funniest black kid I ever saw in my life.
No, I just thought he
Let him believe Pigpen's black. Fuzzy, who's it hurt?
I just thought it was the most hysterical character ever. You just walk by, and all you just see is this big cloud of dirt everywhere he went.
Yeah, that was a classic. Charlie Brown might be the best. Now, personally, for some reason, and I like any of the cartoons, the old school ones, but there was a Mr. Magoo one on that he ripped off the Dickens tale. I loved.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
Yeah, and I mean, that's got to be really old. All right, here comes Eastside Dave, our producer. What do you got for us,
I
Dave?
just want to say that Franklin was the black character on Charlie Brown. I don't know why Earl forgot that. Franklin, he's famous.
But was he back then?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
From the first one?
Sure.
I don't think so. I think Franklin got added later on.
In the 80s.
Yeah, exactly.
Because in the 60s, they never went, hey, we don't have a black kid here. Is that a problem? They were very happy going, it's an all-white Christmas, everybody. Come on in. And nobody does the old-fashioned Christmas specials anymore, like Bill Cosby or the King family or any of that, right?
No, there's no Perry Comos anymore, or Andy Williams that would come along and do a Christmas special where you bring out Charo to do Oh Holy Night.
What about for you, Dave, growing up? What did you used to like?
I like to watch the very little-known Gumby Christmas special, where him and Pokey had to battle their, cube guy and everything and make it a very Gumby Christmas. That was one of the best ones ever made. No one ever talks about that.
I never even heard of it. Where did it come on, Cinemax?
It was real.
It's a very Cinemax Christmas.
And whenever I describe it to my friends, they're like, that never existed.
Are you familiar with this at all, Fez?
I've never heard of the Gumby Christmas special.
Yeah, it absolutely happened.
I believe it to be a Christmas lie.
Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal?
All right, how you doing?
Cool, pal.
Hey, welcome back, man. I miss you guys, man. I used to listen to you years ago on WNEW.
Thanks.
Yeah, I just want those Rudolph specials, man. They suck nowadays.
Oh, they keep adding Rudolph specials, right?
Yeah, and now they're like all CGI, computer generated, and they don't look anything like the old claymation.
No, I was watching them with my son just a couple of weeks ago, and it's not even the same. They got all these different characters together. It really ruined it. You know what I mean?
Thank you very much. 866-313-FREE. 866-313-FREE. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie, you're on 92.3 Free FM. How are you?
Good. How are you?
We're great.
I just want to say men should not get their women or wives anything for the kitchen. Last year, I got salt and pepper shakers wrapped from my husband.
You know, that's because their mom went with it. If your mom ever cried at a Christmas present, then you know by the time that you... Because here's the thing, when you're a little kid, you think that your mom loves being a mom. You don't realize she's just doing this for you. So you're like, I'm going to get her a broom. I'm going to get her a sweeper and think it's great. His mom probably acted like that was okay back in the day. That's why he didn't know for you.
Yeah, but that's sad, though. You picked that up in the store.
Did you start crying?
No, but he could tell I was a little upset. I got a whole bunch of different kitchen things. I got like a shredder and...
Did you say, look, I don't love being in this kitchen. I'd like to get out every once in a while?
I guess he thinks I'm such a good cook. I don't know.
You should marry Fez. He'd take you to Broadway. For some reason, he's obsessed with it.
I once gave my mom some sort of Ronco hot dog cooker or something like that.
Yeah.
Tears and screaming. She screamed at me, "You only got me this, so I'll make you hot dogs."
Well, it's true.
I mean, it was obvious to everyone, and I thought, yes, make me hot dogs. Why is that a bad thing?
How old were you when this Christmas was ruined?
Oh, I was probably like 14 or 15 at that point. Old enough where I should have known better and still gave her the Ronco hot dog cooker.
Now, after that, is that when you started taking Christmas a little more serious?
Yeah, when the tears started flowing. And I'm like, all right, now I've really got to work on this.
Why don't you just be like, girl, stick a 50 in her apron. Here you go, Ma. You know how I feel about you.
Why not just tuck it in her garter, black girl?
Hey, Papa, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How are you, pal?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, buddy boy.
Listen, it ain't Christmas season unless I'm watching March of the Wooden Soldiers. And those bogeymen, they still creep me out.
You know, I got to go back. I know that's playing again this year, and I got to go try to find it. I haven't seen it many, many years.
I haven't seen that one forever.
And it's back on this year. I got an email from Mikey D that he watched it, and he sounded like he was half in the bag because he used the word freaked. So I don't know what he was doing, but it weirded him out. Hey, John, you're on 92.3 Free FM with Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, guys, what's going on, man?
Cool.
Guys, man. Hey, whoever that guy, I'm not familiar with the show. I have to say, I love it. I think they got their lineup very solid now.
We're pulling the station together. All thanks to John Manelli. He's getting this thing rolling now.
Nice. Whoever, I don't know, so I'm not familiar. The guy who saw the Gumby Christmas, I remember that very fondly.
All right, that's our producer, Eastside Dave. Come on in, Dave, and say hi to everybody. He saw the same special as you, the Gumby Christmas.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, my parents had it on tape. I mean, I don't remember exactly who did it or where it was on, but I do remember I watched it every Christmas when I was a kid.
Gumby was like big in like something like the 60s, then it went away, and then they tried to bring it back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
I was an 80s child. I love Gumby.
Okay.
Yeah, and it had that David and Goliath feel to it, that weird like claymation thing.
Right.
Yeah, it was a spectacular special.
Now, Davy and Goliath, I don't know if everybody's familiar with that. That's from your church. That was the Lutheran church.
That was a cartoon. Well, it was animation, kind of like little wooden puppets that they moved around. And it was brought to you, produced, and shot by the Lutheran Church in America.
I don't know if they shot it. They may have wrote it. I don't know. if they were basically sitting there moving around these claymation pieces.
Whenever I saw the big Lutheran emblem at the end of each episode, I always imagined our pastors just getting together with cameras and trying to shoot this thing.
It was the weirdest thing that's ever been on TV because it was a boy and his talking dog, and his dog would attempt to bring him back to Jesus because every week he would be mad about something, and his talking dog Goliath, which not exactly a Christian name there, is it?
No, Philistine name, actually.
Yeah, I have a problem with this whole show. And then, Earl, you're getting that on the air, bro, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be able to say it unless I know.
Your cue speaker is going through the air.
Yeah.
In fact, why would Davey ever name his dog Goliath? Goliath was the exact counterpart of Davey for all Christians.
Well, yeah, that is true. Davey and Goliath, you think they would be on the opposite sides. In this case, Goliath trying to bring him back. Come on, Davey. What would Jesus do, Davey?
That kid, that Davey, got into so much trouble every damn week. It would be one of the 10 Commandments. He would steal something. He would bear false witness, and Goliath would have to talk him down.
That cartoon actually ruined the biblical story of the real David and Goliath for me, because I couldn't understand why David was throwing a stone at Goliath's temple.
He killed a dog. That's all it really came down to, was a guy killed a dog. Hey, let's go to Joe. Joe, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Big Ass 2112. I got the best Christmas show ever. You guys didn't mention it yet. Remember Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas?
Yeah, that was a big, I think, HBO show, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the best. I would watch that every year. I love the band.
I thought it was on ABC. It was Jim Henson's Muppets.
Right.
And they would have Kermit the Frog narrate it and then talk about Emmett Otter and the River Bottom Nightmare Band.
Yeah, and he was so broke he couldn't even have a Christmas tree. Remember that? He had the Christmas branch.
Yeah, things didn't go his way, but then at the end, I think him and his band pulled everything together nice. What was the name of the electric band?
Oh, yeah, the River Bottom Nightmare Band.
Oh, I did that twice? I didn't know where you were going. Foundry Music, Jeff. Hey, how you doing, Jeff?
Hey, buddy.
Thank you very much for the basket you sent us. That was very kind.
Oh, you're welcome. How many pieces did it get smashed into? Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, well, Dave is a little bit of a ham and egger, but what are you going to do?
Yeah. Listen, I was watching Cartoon Network the other day, and the Pee Wee Herman Christmas special was on. And this is just the kind of special you would never see nowadays. I mean, the collection of kooks and celebrities that graced this show. It had Grace Jones, Charo, Annette Funicello, Frankie Avalon, Lawrence Fishburne when he was still on the show, and just a weird storyline. They had Katie Lang doing Christmas songs, just an odd collection of people.
It sounds fantastic. I'd love to see this one.
I love that story.
Thanks a lot, Jeff. We'll talk to you later, buddy. All right, it's the Ron and Fez show, 92.3, Free FM. We're the new guys. We're working a short porch tonight, though. So I believe the Nets are coming up a little later on tonight, Fez?
Yeah, the Nets will be coming up, hosting the Lakers tonight. Pre-game coverage starts on 92.3 Free FM at 7:20, so we'll only be here for a little bit more.
Frank, you're on Ron and Fez.
How you doing, guys?
Good.
There's two shows that you missed so far. The Christmas Story, first of all, is my favorite. If I don't see it, I'll have a heart attack before Christmas. And the funniest one is Baby New Year with Rudolph with the big ears, the little kid. That's the funniest thing out of all of them, because every time he pulls his stupid hat off and his ears come out, everybody's ripping him apart. And I got to tell you, I loved that ever since I was a kid.
All right, that's why the Baby New Year ran away, because he had big ears and people like you made fun of him, Frank. And Rudolph had to go find him.
I was already off the gimmick bandwagon by the time this came along. By the time I'm like, no, I'm only really for the Furious 5, the early Christmas specials. Other than that, I can't go adding.
And Christmas Story, that's not really a special. That's a feature film.
That's a feature film, but TBS will run it 24 hours a day. And it's really big. I'm not sure if it was a very big movie when it came out. But as the years have gone by, it's like everybody loves that film.
I just bought the DVD of that, and Ralphie looks like a 35-year-old version of Ralphie. It's one of the more peculiar things you can ever see.
Oh, you see him like grown up?
He's totally grown up, and he's got to be 35 now. and he looks exactly like he talks like Ralphie.
All right.
His glasses, everything.
That's the kid that starred in it, right?
Yeah.
He actually is like Vince Vaughn's producing partner now. He produces films with Vince Vaughn and Jon Favreau. I believe he did Dinner for Five and stuff like that.
I think his name is Peter Billingsley.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, there's something about that. As the years went by, everybody just tuned into, and a big part of it, I think, is just like TBS playing it over and over.
Yeah, that'll start Christmas Eve, and we'll go for 24 hours straight. So I don't know exactly why you need to go out and buy the DVD. You got plenty of chances to catch this thing, Eastside Dave.
There is something about, when did it come out, like in the early 80s?
Yeah, I think it was. I don't remember it actually being in the theaters. I remember seeing it on cable for the first time.
Oh, no, I definitely think it came out in the cables. We'll check in with Blowhard, because he knows the entire history of this piece, which started as a radio piece here in New York City. Hey, Blowhard, how you doing, pal?
Merry Christmas, Ron and Fez.
Merry Christmas to you, my friend.
First of all, to Dave, Gumby's nemesis were the blockheads.
The blockheads.
Okay, not the cute people.
Getting back to Gene Shepard, who wrote The Christmas Story, he narrated it. He passed away just recently. He was a very popular New York City radio host. Very popular.
What year did you know that he wrote that? And he would actually perform it on the air every year, right?
I would say early 50s or mid 50s, maybe. He was known as a really ornery guy. I mean, he was really a real cranky, cantankerous. The guy was nuts, but he wrote some really funny stuff. And if you go online, you can find websites that have his actual readings, his radio program. And there was a sequel or two after that. I think it was the original Christmas Story was called In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. If you're into that whole thing, you want to look it up and read it.
I wouldn't mind going and listening to it sometime just to hear what it sounded like in the early days. All right, great. Thanks,
I'll definitely send you the link. And getting back to the whole Davy and Goliath thing, it was the same creator as Gumby, Art Clokey, the same animator. And they revised it a couple of years ago with a Davy and Goliath Christmas special, and they added a Jewish kid and a Muslim kid. And it was horrible. It was just total dreadful.
Yeah, that can't work out for you. You're not going to bring the whole world together with these kids.
They'll try.
Yeah, and, getting back to the bad Christmas gifts, Fez, you were talking about some of the real bad ones. The worst gift ever is when your boss says, I made a donation in your name to a charity.
That's what my folks do for me now. The Catholics got a hold of them, right? So they do something, and then a prayer is said at my name at some cathedral in D.C., I'm like, thanks, Ma. I really appreciate it.
That's always like the worst gift, especially if it's a charity that you're not really very fond or very enthusiastic
like
about.
The Catholics.
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, believe it or not, I was planting trees in Israel because I worked in the textile business back then, and it's also like George Costanza and the Human Fund.
Right.
But I just wanted to wish you guys in the Ron Fez Nation a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and much success in 2007.
Thank you. We'll talk to you then, my friend.
Take care, my brothers.
Take care. Everybody from ronfez.net, I guess. Well, there's some kind of party going over at Hooters as we speak right now.
Yeah, Hooters in Manhattan. If you're in the city, you can check it out at Hooters 56th Street and Broadway. That's where the ronfez.net gang is hanging out.
Hey, Hard Rock Johnny, what do you say, pal?
Hello, boys. How are you?
Good.
My favorite Christmas special is The Year Without Santa with Mr. Heat Miser.
That's the one I was asking Fezzi about. And I guess there's two different ones, and I don't know which is which.
Yeah, the first one is Santa Claus is Coming to Town, and then that's the second one. This is like the sequel, Year Without a Santa Claus. Now, NBC just tried to do a live-action Year Without a Santa Claus. They had Michael McKee and Lenny from Lenny and Squiggy as the Snow Miser,
right,
and Harvey Firestein as the Heat Miser.
Sounds fantastic.
It was just awful. They had Chris.
Is it because you're older now, or you think if you were a little kid you'd like it?
No, they didn't. They tried to modernize it and everything. They had John Goodman as a very lazy Santa Claus. Chris Kattan as this. He was like the Gelman of elves, where they were just trying to high-tech everything, and Santa's working off the internet and stuff. They changed the whole story.
Didn't happen for you, huh?
No, just awful.
All right, Johnny, thanks for calling us, buddy.
Have a good holiday.
You too. Take care.
Thanks, Hard Rock Johnny.
Hey, Ziggy. Ziggy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah, buddy.
What's going on? I wanted to know why there's no Hanukkah specials this time of year.
Well, they did have one called Jesus Was Such a Liar, and I don't think it caught on.
Yeah.
It's a little too negative.
There was that other one, too, called Just Another Birth.
Yeah, it didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
I was thinking Rudolph the abnormally large-nosed reindeer.
Thank you very much.
There was one actual Hanukkah special, the Rugrats Hanukkah special from Nickelodeon. They would put out a Hanukkah episode.
Hey, Tina, you're on Ron and Fez. Hey, Tina.
Hi, guys. Do you remember the Christmas that almost wasn't?
I really don't remember this one.
It was, I don't think it was on TV. They generally played it in the movie theaters every year. It was out in the early 70s. It was Santa Claus couldn't pay his rent, and the bad guy Prune was going to make him not deliver presents to the kids.
No, this one doesn't even strike a bell. Anything for you, Fez?
No, that sounds brutal, though.
Anybody involved in this that you remember? Any of the actors?
I don't remember the stars' names, but I do know that it was kind of a little scary because I'm afraid of midgets, and all the elves in the movies were midgets. It was very scary back then.
Well, what else is an elf but a midget when you think about it? What do you want, tall elves?
They're supposed to be cute. I bought it online. It's really a good movie. You should check it out.
All right, the Christmas that almost wasn't.
That almost wasn't, right.
I've never heard of this one.
So you saw it as a little kid, and then when you grew up, you went out and got it yourself.
Yes.
All right, let me try to look it up here on the IMDb. But this one doesn't make any sense to me.
You've apparently gotten over your midget phobia if you're still watching it.
I got over it, yeah.
All right, let me see. Here it is. I'm trying to even find a year. I don't see the year on here anywhere. Oh, 66 this came out.
60s? Oh. We used to go see it in the theater every Christmas morning.
And don't know one name that isn't in there. Now, around the same time, Santa Claus versus the Martians came out. And that's considered one of the worst films of all time. So you want to always pick that up for the kids.
Yeah, they're not going to have to sell me too hard on that one. It sounds awful.
Yeah, it's so awful that it's fantastic.
All right, thanks, guys. Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.
I remember this one. It was called The House Without a Christmas Tree. It was like a Hallmark special, something like that. It took place during the Depression. Jason Robards was in it, and he was this really mean dad that wouldn't let his daughter Abby have a Christmas tree in the house. He was just really strict. And then it turned out that his wife, Abby's mother, had died on Christmas or something like that in childbirth, and that's why he hated Christmas. And she was never allowed to have a tree.
Mike the teacher, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Good.
I just wanted to add a little more to Blowhard, who got it right as usual. But believe it or not, the Christmas Story originally was written in Playboy magazine. Gene Shepard was writing short stories for Playboy, and in December 1965, he wrote a story called Duel in the Snow, or Red Ryder Nails the Cleveland Street Kid. And that was the origination. It won the Fiction Award for Playboy that year. And that's one of those movies, like a lot of other movies, that tanked at the box office originally. Did not do well at all, and has this second life on TV and DVD.
Yeah, I think there's something about it that works that, like, little kids like it because it's the story of a little kid, and then, like, grandparents love it because, you know, that was their time, and parents remember seeing the film when they were little. So right now, it's just about 100 share of all the demos.
It's a great, I love it just because I love Gene Shepard. He was a great, like Bohart said, a great old-time radio guy. He was doing movies. He had books out. Just a fantastic thing. You guys have a great Christmas, all right?
You too, my friend.
Take care.
Take care. Look who it is, Fezzy. It's your friend, Little Lene. Hi, Lene.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Fez.
What can we do for you, darling?
I just wanted to say or tell my favorite cartoons of the holidays.
What's that?
Well, it's Frosty the Snowman, and then I got Eek the Cat Holiday Special.
Do you know this one, Fez?
I do not know Eek the Cat. Not familiar with his work.
Well, actually, William Shatner is Santa and Eek the Cat. But the most funniest part in the cartoon for me is when Eek was piling up presents while walking in the streets and they all fell down, of course.
That's a good one. All right, thanks, Lene.
Thank you, Lene. Have a Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Fezzy, here's a name you haven't heard in quite some time. It's our buddy Laird. What do you say, Laird?
Buddies.
What do you say, pal?
Welcome back to Marconi Style Radio.
All right.
What about the movie Scrooged?
Scrooge with Bill Murray, fantastic.
It's the absolute best. I always throw in Scrooge when I'm sitting there wrapping presents. That's my gift wrapping movie.
You got to love Bobcat in that movie.
Yeah, that was probably Bobcat's one of his biggest film things, and maybe the last one that he did.
The scene with him chasing him around with the shotgun, which just cracks me up. I could see it 20,000 times.
Yeah, it's hysterical. And that's another film. I don't think it did very well when it came out.
No, it does better in reruns.
Yeah, reruns and probably DVD sales for Christmas.
My favorite thing in the whole movie is David Johansen, New York's own David Johansen. He's unbelievably cool in that.
Driving the cab, he was great.
All right, Laird, nice talking to you, buddy.
Nice talking to you, too.
Talk to you again soon. It is the Ron and Fez Show, doing a little bit of Christmas cheer tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back and end this thing up with Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez. Ron and Fez. 92.3 Free FM.
The Ron and Fez Show. Ron Bennington, Fez Watley. Big hello to everybody hanging out at Hooters tonight.
They're at the Hooters in Manhattan on 56th Street and Broadway. That's the RonFez.net party, hanging out for a Christmas get-together.
Bobo, do me a favor. Put away the ukulele. It's time to stop it.
We'll be wrapping up things pretty quick here. It is Nets basketball coming up on 92.3 Free FM. Hosting the Lakers tonight, pregame coverage. That's going to start in just a little bit at 7:20.
Now, all next week, we're running best ofs from the old WNEW days.
Yeah, pretty classic stuff. It's going to be great. I mean, I've pretty much been living with it for the last couple of weeks, and some of the stuff we found is unbelievable.
You know, I know Al Dukes lives like a junior suit around here, but we got Al Dukes stuff that we can't even run on the air anymore. We have him doing stuff back there that you're not allowed to do in this day and age.
Yeah, we had a couple of things that were like, I don't think we can air that. I was like, yeah, but it happened. It actually happened.
Doesn't it seem the exact opposite of progress, that you could air something 4 or 5 years ago and now you can't?
Totally regressed.
You know, it's like from the 50s, you're like, oh, my God, you could never show a bra on TV. And now look. But radio goes just the opposite.
We're going to get to the point where we can't say pregnant on the air anymore.
All right, Fez, they just dumped out of you.
Really?
Seriously.
I'm sorry, with child.
I don't even think you can say that.
Because everyone knows how it happened.
I want to get you with child, honey. You almost sound like a pedophile. And it really sounds worse when you think about it. Here's Bob. Bob, you're on the Ron and Fez Show.
Hello?
That's you, buddy.
Hey, just as far as like old Christmas shows and whatnot, do you remember the Littlest Angel with Fred Gwynn, Johnny Whitaker?
I had forgotten about that. Johnny Whitaker was in Family Affair. He played Jody, Buffy's brother. And then he was a little kid who died, right, but wanted to get back to Earth to find all of his favorite stuff under his bed.
Yeah, he fell off a cliff chasing a bird. They show this in a kid's Christmas special where he's running off a cliff. Then they tried to do a remake not too long ago with Gary Coleman as the Littlest Angel.
Right.
And I'm trying to think of who it was that was his big angel helper.
Fez, if you're saying not too long ago and Gary Coleman, you're going to be thinking 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
What are you, a head wound victim? Just a couple of years ago, in '83, they tried it again with Gary Coleman. All right, thanks a lot, man.
Hey, real quick, too.
Yeah.
You guys remember all the, like, the King family specials back then, too? Like, this is, like, the probably late 60s, early 70s?
Yeah, the King family was big. They were, I think, an offshoot of the Andy Williams specials.
Yeah, because I think they would sing with Andy Williams. And then those were the horrible Christmas specials that you didn't want to watch as a kid, but your mom wanted to watch, and it's like she would dominate the TV that night.
This might sound awful, but is Andy Williams still alive?
I think Andy Williams is still alive, and I think he's one of those Branson, Missouri acts.
Well, why don't they let him do a special anywhere now?
Because I don't think he's in all the best health.
He's no longer a Christian. He is. He's one of those people who, I think now when we die, that's just it. There's nothing but darkness.
He's become jaded in his very old age.
Let's just say the faith leaked out of me as the years went by. Faith, you're on the Ron and Fez show. How you doing, Faith?
Hey, buddies.
Hey, buddy
Let me
girl.
put down my steak sandwich.
Now I'm starving.
You were talking about Santa Claus versus the Martians a little while ago.
Now, hold on for 1 second. Earl, we got any steak sandwiches over there?
We're fresh out.
I feel like killing you. Go ahead, Faith.
The Santa Claus versus the Martians. That was done, the guys at Mystery Science Theater 3000 did that.
Would that be
That's
a great
available.
present for me, Fuzzy? I hope you got that for me. I would love to see this.
That is not your Christmas gift. You'll get your Christmas gift later.
I can't wait to open it up. When I see that Santa Claus versus the Martian on Mystery Science Theater, I'm going to go out of my mind.
I don't have that for you.
Can you get me anything good?
Yeah, I got you something good. But I didn't get you the Santa Claus versus the Martians, and it's a little late now to get it for you.
I want you to know something.
What's
if
that?
I open up the Drowsy Chaperone, I'm choking you out in front of my family.
To me, I hear that it's a great play, and it's getting good reviews.
Why don't you just come out and just stop it?
Come out?
You know what I'm saying.
I don't understand.
Justin, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
So I've got the most awesomely horrible horror Christmas movie ever created. It was called Santa's Sleigh, and it came out a couple of years ago. Bill Goldberg from the WWF plays Santa.
First of all, how's a guy named Goldberg ever going to get to be Santa? And B, I don't like the idea of mixing horror in with a Christmas thing.
There's one coming out on Christmas Day this year. It's some sort of Christmas horror film, slasher film, and the Catholic League is very upset with the Weinsteins that this is coming out on Christmas.
Well, they're upset with the Weinsteins, but it has nothing to do with this movie.
So it's another one of these, just brutal slashing on Christmas Day.
The Catholic League has said to the Weinsteins, how do you not see it? It's so obvious. There he is, the Savior. You really don't think that's the Savior?
Not buying it. Sorry.
Still waiting. We're the Weinsteins, and we just don't think it's him.
Elijah's got to get here first.
What happened to the Weinsteins anyway? They used to make such great films, and now everything is crap.
Yeah, I think it's an everything must go sale. They're putting everything out there, including bad Christmas horror films.
Oh, you're wrong, Fez. They got rid of all the old Miramax stuff. This is all the brand new company, the Weinstein Company.
Oh, okay.
Miramax is like 2 years ago. That's all done, and it's owned by Disney now. They're not even attached with it. So they're off on their own, and these new films that they're making are not like the films that made them famous. It's sad, really.
Yeah, it's like they're not even trying anymore. Just to have Santa Claus getting murdered on Christmas Day.
Now you make me want to go. Vinny, you're on Ron and Fez. How are you?
Hey, boys, how are you? Everybody's forgetting one of the greatest cartoons of all time, Mr. Magoo's Christmas Carol.
I told Fez this earlier. This is my favorite.
That's my favorite, too, and to this day, I still don't know what razzleberry dressing is.
And razzleberry dressing. I honestly think it's the best Dickens that ever been done. I've seen most of the Christmas carols, because there's got to be 100 of them out there now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did one just last year with Tori Spelling as Ebenezer Scrooge.
How was it?
Just awful. Just horrible, where she's this high-powered executive woman who has to learn the meaning of Christmas.
I'm going to tell you right now, in my mind, Mr. Magoo, a better actor than Robert De Niro.
Mr. Magoo?
Yeah. He's funny, and he could get you serious. You watch that Mr. Magoo Christmas special, I guarantee you're going to end up crying a couple times.
Oh, spare it.
It's not too bad, really, Fez. Compared to the rest of your act, that is pretty fabulous.
That was my Tori Spelling.
Oh, that's scary. All right, we got to wrap this one up pretty early tonight, but we wanted to come in and do it quick and actually even do a couple of shows here at the end of the year before the Christmas break, so we could just get back here into New York and let you folks know we're going to be with you in 07.
We're just so excited to be back here and on 92.3 Free FM, and just thank John Minnelli so much for making this happen.
Actually, John Manelli, you couldn't have given us anything better than to bring us back to New York radio. We've always wanted, we had the opportunity to know John years ago, but always wanted him as our program director one day, and we got the opportunity to do that now. To be back with our buddy Alan Linewan means a lot to us also.
Alan Linewan, really a great guy, and then here we are. We're in New York City with him.
And who are we kidding? Can we forget this? We got to thank O&A. Opie and Anthony, thank you. I know people said, oh, please, they're never going to end up back on radio again. They're here, they're dominating, they're doing great. Thanks so much for everything, guys.
So, and we appreciate everyone that worked really hard to make this happen, like Chris Oliveira at CBS and Tom Chiasano here at Free FM.
You know what? Let's even throw it this way, Al Dukes.
Al Dukes, too?
Yeah, you know what? I want to put that olive branch out between us and Al Dukes. Hey, speaking of olive branch, olive.
Yeah.
What a leap that was. From sports guy to the top. How did that happen?
He's looking down at everybody else. And Scott Herman at CBS, too.
Scott Herman, always a really, really great guy to us. And, again, thanks to you guys. It's been amazing how many people have called us and said, welcome back. And we've gotten so many emails sent to us at Ron and Fez at AOL.com. Well, we always go out the same way on our Christmas shows. It's our favorite Christmas song of all time, probably by our favorite singer. And I just say, Fez, I love you, brother, and let's have a great 07.
I love you back, Ron, and thank you for everything. We'll take it out with the Pretenders.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas night. the years we all will be together. If the fates allow, hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Ron and Fez, weeknights 6 to 9 on Free FM.
Free FM.